Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts. Today is my crafty collaboration with my friend Cathy Arenzana, and we are working with sketches. Here is a look at the sketch that she gave me. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'll give you a quick look at the sketch that I gave her, and you can head on over to her channel and see how she interpreted the sketch I gave her. These are the products that I'm using, mostly Pink Fresh Studio and the Greetery. I'm using Seaside and Lemon Whip inks, the Chevron background border, the Signed and Sealed with a Kiss from the Greetery, the Birthday Greetings and Dies from the Greetery. That is a slim line scallop from LDRS, and also the Slim Lacy Edgers from Pink Fresh Studio. I am going to start with this beautiful piece of greenery from the Greetery, and I am going to stamp it in Seaside, which is a beautiful blue from Pink Fresh Studios. I always call it Pink Fresh Studios, but it's Pink Fresh Studio. Anyway, I digress. I absolutely love their inks. I especially love their blues. I love blue and yellow together, so this was a match made in heaven, as is using products from the Greetery and Pink Fresh Studio. When Cathy gave me this sketch and I started working with it, my heart started going pitter-patter because I have not used my Greetery products in a very long time, and those are near and dear to my heart. So I was so happy to be able to get these out. I'm going to do a little bit of tone-on-tone stamping. So I will stamp this first layer, and then I will come in with the second layer to the greenery. And instead of using a different color, I am just going to stamp that Seaside twice for a very subtle deepening of that blue. And I am going to take these over to my brother's Scan and Cut, and I will cut them out and use them as the greenery in my sketch. This is another piece of Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. This time I used the stitched edge from the Slimline Scallop from LDRS. And I will leave all of the dimensions for the panels that I cut in the description box below. I did not measure those out. I just used the dies. So this is that beautiful chevron background that was released, not last release, but the release before. And I am going to stamp every other chevron using that lemon whip. And I thought I was going to lay it out, but that edging is a little bit flimsy, and I thought it would be just a little bit easier for me to line it up myself and then start building from there. So I take that lemon whip. I am going to clean off my paper right underneath that slimline piece is laminated, so that's why it's easy to wipe off. I thought I was going to try a two-way diagonal stripe, and it just wasn't going to work, and so I will give it one more shot after stamping this one and decide that no, it's not going to work. But I do use every other chevron. I'm not using the pattern that is made with it, so you can use this where you stamp it all one color, or you can stamp in it rainbow colors. But instead of using those middle sections, see, like that, I'm only going to pull out certain ones and use them. I'm not going to use all of them, and I'm going to get a very separate stripe instead of more of a concentrated. I am going to show you how it is used in the way that it was intended at the end of this video, because I am going to share a card that I made using the sketch that I gave Cathy. So I'm not only going to show you the card that I made using the sketch she gave me, but I'm also just quickly going to show you not the process, but show you the card that I created using the other sketch. So here's my panel. I'm absolutely loving it. And now I am going to come in with a card base that I believe is 4 by 8.5 likely. Again, I'm going to put the information in the description box below. These are the slim lacy edgers from Pink Fresh Studio, and I absolutely love them. But I think I need new cutting plates because you're going to quickly see that this doesn't turn out the way that I intended it to. And I purposely left this in so that you could see that I struggle too. So I'm looking at this and I think it's fine, and then I realize that there was a portion of it that didn't cut out. I cut it out that second time. There was a portion that didn't cut out because it was shifting. Even though I had it taped down, I didn't have it apparently taped down well enough, and it just kept messing with that lace. So third time was a charm. I got this one to cut out correctly, and you could see that I got a little bit smarter and decided that I was going to color them up afterwards instead of wasting all the ink ahead of time. But then I figured out exactly how I needed to cut them, and it was in 2 passes, but I taped it down much better and was able to get a really clean cut. So it was no fault of the dies. It was simply user error and bad plates, and I need to fix that. So look at how beautiful these edges are. These doily edges, they just make my heart so happy. And, you know, this, again, I said, I really like the feminine touch to the Greetery and Pink Fresh Studio. I was super happy with the way that this particular card came together just because it fed my love, even though I don't have florals on it, that lacy, feminine type of card, that classic, beauty. That's what this is to me, and it just makes my heart super happy. I don't know, do you prefer to see the scene building cards with the coloring and things like that, or do you like these really pretty feminine cards? Let me know in the description box below. Now I'm going to come in with another die that I didn't show, and that is a loopy circle die from Gina Marie Designs. That right there is a piece of fun foam. I decided that I wanted to pop that panel up just a little bit, and I thought that was the best way to do it. So I took that fun foam, cut it down to size, added a couple smaller pieces to the edge, and then I'm going to glue it directly to my panel. There's those loopy circles and the beautiful circles that I get from it. I cut out 2 of them, and the reason that I cut out 2 of them was because I thought I wanted to see what the yellow and the blue would look like on the card panel. I wasn't sure which color I wanted to use, and I lay that blue down, and I know that's what I need. I really need that blue. So I'm going to stick with the blue. But as I'm looking at it, I cut this bow out, which was another piece that I brought in because that sketch had a bow on it. It's called Fit to be Tied, also from the Greetery. I brought that bow in, and then I'm going to stamp from the birthday greetings from the Greetery. I'm going to stamp this one little sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it in yellow, and I'm trying to figure out, you'll watch me, I left this in, I was trying to figure out how to lay it out. I just, I was really struggling. The bow was really big, but I knew I wanted that bow. I didn't want to use a twine bow or anything like that. I wanted to use that pretty bow, but it just wasn't working. And then I thought about it and I looked at it and I said, use one of the bigger doilies. You have plenty of room on that card panel. So I will take out the larger circle and I will take that over to my Vagabond and I will cut that out. Now, this is a monthly collaboration that Cathy and I do. I am going to leave the link in the description box to her channel so you can head over and see what she created. And she also used this same sketch that I'm working with and created a card which she'll share with you. So I'm going to color this with that seaside like I did the first one, and then I'm going to put some foam adhesive on the back of the smaller doily, and I am going to stack that on top. Isn't that a beautiful color? I just love that blue and yellow together. So if you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe, ring the bell, hit the like button if you like the video, and leave me a comment below. Like I said, let me know what type of cards do you prefer. I try to do a variety of cards and get a little bit of florals, a little bit of watercoloring, a little bit of critters, because frankly, I like it all. Now I decided that white bow, I didn't like it, and so I came in with the lemon whip and decided that I was going to ink up that bow. And then these are, I think it's called Americana from Honeybee Stamps, and I am just going to use the dewdrops and add those to my card. And I'll start laying out the greenery and these doilies, and look at the proportion. It just fits so much better. I'm super happy with that. Don't you agree? Do you like that larger doily rather than having that smaller one that I initially started with? Here's where I come in with the foam adhesive from Amazon. All of the products that I've used will be listed in the description box below. And after doing this card, I decided that I wanted to do a series on how the Greetery and Pink Fresh Studio marry together well. So kind of a mix and match series. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in. I do have one card already that's prepared that I think is going, I just think it's going to be a perfect series. I think that they both go well together, and I think it's something that you would really enjoy. Now, I decided that yellow sentiment just wasn't bold enough, so I'm going to come in with that seaside and stamp that. And I think that the contrast is much nicer. I think that yellow one was just getting lost on the yellow bow with the white. It was just not deep enough. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive and lay that on top, and that is going to be my card. I will show you a close-up of this. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of splatters because the sketch that she gave me showed that there were some splatters on it, so I added those to the card. Now I just wanted to quickly show you how this can be built using two different colors, and I am going to use this piece on my second card. I'm not going to show you the whole process, I just wanted to show you this. So I line everything up, I pull off the pieces, and I kind of shifted something so it's not perfectly lined up, but for me, I like it. I think that it came out nice. The panel, my favorite football team, college team in anything, is UCLA. I'm a UCLA fan, love the Bruins. Come from Southern California, so that is my team. And I love that this particular piece, when I finish the chevron, there's something about it that just reminds me of UCLA. Now, when I did the other card, I think French provincial provincial. But for this one, as soon as I saw it finished, I was like, Bruins. It just made my heart very, very happy. I absolutely love college football. I don't really follow professional football, but I love college football, and so this just reminded me of my Bruins. Now you see I'm just lining up the other pieces, and I decided that I was going to do it a little bit more freeform rather than the edge pieces, I should say, and I get a little bit off, but that's okay because I'm really going to cut this panel down. These corner pieces are the ones that are a little bit off, but I'm going to cut this panel down for my other card because of the way that the sketch was, and I pretty much followed the sketch true to form. So there's the card that I made using the sketch that I gave Cathy. This is the gorgeous card that I made using the Greetery products. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.